This is a short presentation to summarise a bid for a Leverhulme Centre for Anthrotech, which is a new paradigm, new concept to describe human-centred adaptation to accelerated technological change. So that's bottom up, from the human's point of view, from the individual's point of view, how societies are going to cope with the tsunami of change that's about to happen. We think that this idea could be liked by Leverhulme because of their emphasis on originality. So they don't want incremental change, they want something new, a new paradigm, because they want work that's going to enable other work. And as you can see from the 6 different work packages or research blends that we've developed, we think it's likely to create new synergies. They also want something significant, so it's important that it has relevance outside of a single field and it's able to excite other disciplines. And they also want, real quality of research design. And they also want it to be linked to a person's vision, to have some risk element, and to be a clear departure from existing patterns of working, which this definitely is. And we're definitely transcending disciplinary boundaries. So what is Anthrotech? How are we going to enable people to respond to accelerated technological change? The comparison that we've often discussed is a little bit like there's lots of food out there, but you really need to have certain skills to be able to eat nutritionally well. Capitalism will offer lots of food type products, but what you choose as an individual, how you as an individual navigate it, takes some skill and help for many. So the team includes around about 60% of people from the University of Birmingham. It's a hub and spoke structure. And the other folk are folk who have expertise. They've served on Leverhulme panels or received Leverhulme money in the past from places including Royal Holloway, University of Cambridge, Georgetown University in Washington, and Queen's University in Canada. So it's a global team, but 60% of the award will be held by the University of Birmingham, looking at these 6 different aspects of future life, from how we deal as cultures with this accelerated technological change, what it's going to do for different faiths, for collective identities, but what's going to happen to social cohesion in this period. Then we're going to look at how individuals are going to deal with these expanded capacities we're going to have, whether we want to link to technology in new ways and what that's going to do to ideas of what's normal, what's a normative framework. And it's being led, that research blend, by an expert in disability studies and ableism. And it's going to be rooted very much in the disability disciplines approach to transhumanism, and they're at the forefront of it. Then we have a research blend led by a colleague at Cambridge who's an expert in how we're going to work differently in the next 5 to 15 years. How we're going to be having to bring AI into the center of our collaborative frameworks, how we're going to have a different work identity in relation to employability, and how this affects ideas of trust and relationships between employers. Then we have a colleague at Royal Holloway who's leading the blend to do with creativity. What happens to creativity as it's argued the currency of the imagination age, and what happens when you have hyper-personalization and liquid content, and what happens when you have creative powers that have not really been dreamt of hitherto. So what limits should we place on creativity? How does the individual respond to that new set of capabilities? And then we have a fascinating blend led by Birmingham colleagues, which is about how this new accelerated technological change is going to affect how we give birth and how long we live and how we conceptualize death and what it means to be a self when these new capacities become available to the individual. So it's going to change aging, it's going to change how we understand bioethics. Do we cryopreserve ourselves or not? Or how do we see ourselves in this post-death world? And how should we understand death? And finally, we have a research blend here at the top on how the individual should or could respond to the geopolitical realignments that are happening alongside and imbricated with this accelerated technological change. And we can see this happening already. Different geopolitical alignments. We have technogenic environments. We have strategic scarcity for certain resources, critical minerals and others. And how will the individual understand themselves in relation to all of this? So that's the Leverhulme Centre for Anthrotech. It's really asking one central research question. How can new data, approaches and methods enable individual responses to accelerated technological change? Now, Leverhulme has funded tech-orientated centres before, but they've been top-down, not human-centred, bottom-up. So that's the key difference. We're not trying to create policy or strategy to do with ethics, with AI, for example. We're more responsive how the individual can respond. It's a different scale that we're looking at. And we're also looking at the whole panoply of technological change, from biological change to change at the macro level, geopolitically, to individual capacities being expanded. We're looking at work. We're looking at the stuff that affects most people. Our main focus is man and technology, human-centered adaptation to accelerated technological change. And we'd like, as a collective, we've already met once as a physical group and formed a team that, interrelates and has a sense of all our different capabilities and values, because we know that's something Leverhulme will eventually evaluate. We've already had one meeting. We'd like to be considered in the summer as Birmingham's bid for the next Leverhulme Centred round. And we're aware that this is a bumper year for Leverhulme funding. And we think that this has got the originality, importance, significance and merit that Leverhulme are looking for, that it connects to an individual vision and it has enough risks, and it's not what's gone before. It's not incremental. It's creating a whole new area called Anthrotech. And as you listen to our colleagues now from Birmingham, Georgetown, Queen's, Cambridge and Royal Holloway, I hope you get a sense of the enthusiasm and determination to turn this group into something that's funded. I hope you get that sense from the people that you hear after this.
I'm really excited about the Hatch Leverhulme Centre because it'll give me an opportunity to expand the arena of reproductive futures. This funding will give us the opportunity to bring in PhD researchers to work with marginalised voices, to work with young people in raising their knowledge and awareness of the scope of reproductive technologies and what that could mean for their future reproductive choices and family planning.
I'm very excited about the Hatch Centre because there are so many new questions regarding the acceleration of technologies, including but not limited to AI. And they're questions that we need some answers to, and people need guidance. And I'm excited to explore what disability studies, what philosophy of disability can offer in thinking about this brave new future.
As well as being really vital for kind of the UK industrial strategy and global industrial strategy in the form of the creative economy, questions of creativity and imagination really speak profoundly to who we are as humans, how we imagine our futures and how we think about our past. So to ask these questions in the context of Hatch's focus on human adaptation to technological acceleration feels like we need to be answering really profound questions that speak to our social, political, economic and industrial futures. Questions that of course speak really broadly to who we are as humans.
We're at a point in human history when the pace of technology in every sphere is affecting the way in which we are governed, the way in which we interact, and the way in which the individual is forced to change in relation to that technology. The nature of warfare is changing through drones before we even get to AI-controlled drones, and the whole contestation of cyberspace and actual space means that we are in a new world. All these things will have major implications for states, but also, of course, the way in which individuals relate to those states and think about their security, individual, national and geopolitical.
I think this center is an excellent platform for interdisciplinary research, because we have a lot of great researchers from different disciplines and different universities. So basically this center provides a great platform where we can collaborate with each other to produce more creative outcomes and publications, and even some practices which are relevant for professional organizations as well.
I'm really excited about the opportunities that this research centre will offer to postdoctorates, early career researchers and also PhD students. It offers the potential to drive some fascinating, innovative research and also help develop the careers of early career researchers like myself.
One of the most exciting elements of this is to have the opportunity to reconsider one of the oldest questions in the history of political thought. What is the citizen, and how can the citizen be free and active? Technology is accelerating the way that we interact with each other, the state, institutions, politically, culturally, across the board. One of the things that we're going to investigate is how citizenship, rights, the individual as a political being are going to be bent, stretched, redefined, and potentially taken away from us. This is a really important juncture to be investigating this. Our politics are becoming more complicated, our technology is accelerating, and these are the questions we need to be asking now.
I'm extremely excited about the center and its approach to accelerating technologies, because it allows me to explore some uncharted territories in my research around the post-mortem personhood, agency, digital immortality. It helps me take in individual responses as primary entry point and examine how people plan for and counter, negotiate, resist, and are harmed by technologies of digital persistence or digital resurrection. This project would help me develop a new legal and conceptual framework that would take into account human perspectives, experiences, and new methods and data to help design framework for governing porous human boundaries in the age of AI.
My research interests lie in creation theology and AI ethics. I'm very excited about the Heart Center because it opens up a platform to bring faith-engaged AI into dialogue with other disciplines. AI has been widely used among faith communities, but how faith-engaged AI should be developed and applied is still underexplored. The Heart Center can foster research on benchmarking faith-engaged AI for the flourishing of faith communities. This will also help us reflect on how faith communities can contribute to shaping the moral future of AI.
I'm Nathan Bricklow from Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario, where I teach in Indigenous knowledges and perspectives. And I'm really excited about the project to bring our perspective in the way we've dealt with technological change and societal change and cultural change over the last 300 years of contact into the project. And one of the things that really excites me about the center is the idea of bringing together so many different perspectives and so many different people to address kind of a broad set of questions, but we're all working together to figure out how do we just live in a good way with the future that's coming towards us.
So this is the team that's been brought together for a Leverhulme Centre bid that's worth 10 million, and we're really interested in researching human adaptation to advanced technological change. So that's the whole plethora of change that's coming, a tsunami of change in the green technologies. So genetics, robotics, information, nano, quantum, everything. And we're looking at it in 6 different dimensions, and we're looking at it uniquely from the individual's point of view, rather than in the wider synoptic way that most other centres have looked at it.